Hello everyone, my name is Dragan and I'll be starting our presentation on our team's risk management plan for cybersecurity awareness training program. Our presentation will walk through each key element of the plan, beginning with an overview of risk management and its components, followed by identification of potential risks, creation of a risk register, and strategies for managing both negative and positive risks. We'll conclude with an evaluation of how risk management contributes to overall project success, particularly through effective communication, resource management, and the change control. With that overview, I'll begin with part 1, where I will discuss the fundamentals of risk management and how the plan supports our project success. Every IT project carries a level of uncertainties that, if unmanaged, can threaten schedule, cost, or quality objectives. Risk management serves as a structured approach to identify, analyze, and respond to potential threats and opportunity throughout the project lifecycle. For the Cybersecurity Awareness and Training Program, the goal of risk management is to anticipate problems before they occur, minimizing their impact and ensuring the project achieves the objectives effectively and efficiently. A risk management plan defines how risk activities will be conducted, who will be responsible for them, and what tools and processes will be used to monitor and control risk throughout the project. It is not just a document, it's an active framework for decision making and communication. According to the Project Management Institute, risk management involves systematically planning, identifying, analyzing, responding to, and monitoring risks. This process promotes proactive thinking, enabling project teams to anticipate challenges such as resource shortage, data security incidents, or technology failures before they cause project disruption. In the context of IT project, risk management is particularly important because technology evolves rapidly, dependencies across systems are complex, and even minor configuration changes can create vulnerabilities. For example, an overlooked software update or untested system integration can expose security gaps or cause compatibility failures. Effective risk management helps identify these vulnerabilities early and provide structured mitigation steps, reducing the likelihood of costly rework or service interruptions. A sound risk management process typically identifies 6 steps: planning risk management, defining how risk activities will be performed, identifying risk, documenting potential threats and opportunities, performing qualitative and quantitative risk analysis, prioritizing risks based on probability and impact, planning risk responses, developing strategies to address risk, implementing risk responses, executing mitigation or contingency actions, and monitoring and controlling risks, tracking identified risks, and evaluating new ones. This iterative approach aligns with NIST SP 800-37 Risk Management Framework, which emphasizes continuous monitoring and adaptive responses. In our project, for example, continuous monitoring might involve periodic assessment of employee engagement, system logs, and phishing simulation outcomes to detect any signs of increased vulnerability or training fatigue. Risk management in IT also focuses on both negative risk threats and positive risk opportunities. Negative risks might include data breaches, training delays, or stakeholder resistance. Positive risks, however, on the other hand, could involve discovering efficiencies, adopting new technologies, or improving organizational culture throughout awareness. Recognizing both, the team can maximize potential benefits while minimizing harm. A well-developed risk management plan improves communication, accountability, and confidence among stakeholders. It ensures everyone understands what risks exist, who owns them, and what mitigation steps are in place. This transparency builds trust and fosters better decision-making. A risk management plan is not about avoiding risk altogether. It's about managing uncertainties intelligently. In a cybersecurity project where the threats evolving consistently changes, proactive risk management ensures resilience, stability, and long-term sustainability. A complete risk management plan defines not just what risk exists, but how they will be handled throughout the entire project lifecycle. It provides a constructive roadmap for the team to identify, evaluate, and respond to both threats and opportunities. The major component of a risk management plan includes risk identification, risk analysis, risk response planning, risk monitoring and control, and communication. Risk identification is the process of systematically determining what could go wrong or right in the project. In our cybersecurity awareness program, potential risks might include data breaches, resistance to training, budget limitation, or evolving threats landscapes. Identification relies on tools like brainstorming, interviews, checklists, and historical data analysis. The goal is not to eliminate uncertainty entirely, but to make it visible and manageable. Once identified, risks are evaluated in the risk analysis phase. Qualitative analysis ranks risks by probability and impact, often using a heat map and priority metrics. Quantitative analysis goes further by estimating the financial or schedule consequences in measurable terms. These analyses help the team focus on resources on high priority items such as preventing system downtime or securing sensitive information. According to PMI, both types of analysis ensure a balanced view between subjective expert judgment and data-driven decision making. Risk response planning defines specific actions to reduce or leverage risks. For negative risks or threats, typically strategies include avoidance, mitigation, transfer, or acceptance. For positive risks or opportunities, strategies like exploration and enhancement and sharing encourage team to capture potential gains. In this project, for example, mitigation may involve enforcing stronger password policies or encrypting training data, while exploiting may involve leveraging increased compliance awareness to improve organizational reputation. Risk monitoring and control involves continuously reviewing and updating the risk register to reflect current project conditions. IT projects, particularly in cybersecurity, require dynamic monitoring since risks evolve as system and threats change. Using an agile mindset, the team can integrate short review cycle sprints to reassess risk regularly. Finally, communication and documentation are essential. A risk management plan is only effective if it is visible and understood by all stakeholders. Regular reporting ensures accountability while maintaining a clear risk register provides a single source of truth. This transparency builds stakeholder confidence, ensures leadership alignment, and prevents misunderstanding during audit or review. Incorporating established frameworks such as NIST SP 800-53 Rev 5 ensures that risk management efforts are consistent and industry best practices. For example, NIST emphasizes a life cycle approach to risk, integrating identification, assessment, response, and monitoring into every stage of system development. Combining that with PMBOK principles strengthens governance and ensures that risk management is not treated as isolated task, but as an integral component of project planning and execution. To summarize everything, the component of risk management plan provide the foundation for all other project risk activities. They ensure the project team anticipates challenges, prepare response strategies, and maintains visibility across the project. A structured approach like this improves not only the project's likelihood of success, but also its resilience against unexpected disruptions. All right. Risk management process framework provides the structured foundation for identifying, analyzing, and controlling project risks in a systemic way. In IT project management, and especially for cybersecurity initiatives, risk management is not a one-time activity. It's a continuous cycle that supports ongoing adaptation, as new threats or opportunities emerge. According to the PMBOK guide, PMI from 2021, the risk management process consists of planning, identification, qualitative and quantitative analysis, response planning, implementation, and monitoring. When integrating with NIST risk management framework, this process becomes even more robust as it embeds risk considerations throughout the entire system lifecycle from design to the commissioning. The process begins with risk identification, where the project team, stakeholders, and subject matter experts work together to identify possible risks that could affect objectives. In our cybersecurity awareness and training program, examples include system downtime, phishing simulation errors, data privacy violations, or low employee engagement. Identification should be comprehensive and documented in a central risk register so that all risks are traceable and visible throughout the project. The next stage is risk analysis, which determines the likelihood and impact of each identified risk. Qualitative analysis prioritizes risks by using categories such as low, medium, or high probability and impact. Quantitative analysis goes deeper by measuring potential outcomes numerically, for example, estimating the financial loss from a potential data breach or calculating the time impact of a delayed training rollout. These steps allows the team to focus attention on high priority risks that have the greatest potential to disturb project outcomes. Following analysis, risk response planning is used to develop strategies for both negative and positive risks. For negative risks or threats, strategies typically include avoidance, changing the project plan to eliminate the threat altogether, mitigation, taking steps to reduce the probability or impact, transfer, shifting risk to a third party, for example, through insurance or outsourcing. Acceptance, acknowledging the risk and preparing contingency plans. For positive risk or opportunities, responses may involve exploitation, enhancement, or sharing, ensuring that potential benefits are captured and maximized. Once responses are defined, the implementation phase ensures these strategies are actively executed. These may involve enforcing new policies, allocating additional resources, conducting staff training, or revising project schedule. Implementation must be clearly documented and communicated to all stakeholders to maintain accountability. The final stage is monitoring and controlling risks, which emphasizes continuous assessment and adoption. NIST's framework reinforces this through its continuous monitoring step, ensuring that risk management remains a living process rather than a static document. For our project, this might include ongoing reviews of phishing test results, employee compliance scores, and incident reports to determine whether additional mitigation actions are necessary. Monitoring also includes identifying emerging risks such as new cybersecurity threats or organizational changes and updating risk register accordingly. Another essential element of the framework is communication and collaboration. Effective risk management requires transparency between technical and non-technical stakeholders. Regular status meeting, dashboards, and reporting tools keep leadership informed and empower the project team to act quickly when changes occur. The framework ultimately promotes adaptive governance, where lessons learned from each cycle are incorporated into future planning. This continuous improvement mindset ensures that every iteration of risk management makes the organization more resilient. Integrating PMBOK's structured approach with NIST's security lifecycle, the project team ensures both methodological rigor and practical flexibility. This dual alignment helps balance compliance and requirements with agile responsiveness, a critical factor for IT projects that operate in fast-changing environments. To summarize everything, a risk management process framework transforms risk handling from a reactive task into proactive, repeatable practice. It supports informed decision making, improves accountability, and ensures that both technical and human factors are considered at every stage. For our cybersecurity awareness program, this framework strengthens the project's ability to meet its goals securely, efficiently, and sustainably.